So first topic is functions. What do you mean by a function? First, let us see. Basically, if I ask you what is a function, and you will say, sir, if I write something f of x is equal to something, then that seems to be a function to me. Correct. So that is an example of a function. Say f of x equal to say x. If I say, so this is a function. If I say f of x equal to x square, that is a function. If I say f of x is equal to say sine x, this is also a function, correct? So there are some different types of functions, but let us see what a function mean. You can consider function as a machine. Say this is my function. You can say that is f of x. That means it will have an input and it will have an output, correct? It will have an input, it will have an output. Okay, what is input for us? Input for us is the value of x. Value of x is input, and what is output? The value of f of x. This is my output. Suppose I am giving a function f of x equal to x square. So if I am putting input as 1, if I am putting the value 1, that is the 1 is my input, so what I am getting answer is 1 only. If I put 2 as input, then what is answer? What answer is 4. That means it is squaring the number, correct? If I put 3 as the number as the input, then I am getting 9. So this is how you should understand what is a function. Function is like a machine where I have to put an input and I have to get an output. Now let me give you an example. Say f of x equal to 1 upon x minus 1, correct? Now if you put 1, then what happen? If I put x equal to 1, then what is happening here? It will be 1 upon 0, that is not defined. That means what? I am putting a input but I am not getting any output, correct? So that means there is some problem. Machine तुम्हारा खराब है, तो that is not a function. So this is not a function because I am putting a value 1 and I am not getting any output. So you just need to make sure that if I am putting a input, I should get a output, and there should not be कि input put की और मुझे output नहीं मिला जैसे ये केस में. So this is not a function. सो अगर इसको फंक्शन बनाना है तो क्या करना रहेगा? यू हैव टू एक्सक्लूड द वैल्यू 1 फ्रॉम द डोमेन. दैट इज द इनपुट में 1 को नहीं डालना है, 1 को छोड़ के बाकी कोई भी वैल्यू डालो, देन दिस विल बी अ फंक्शन, करेक्ट? 1 इज अ प्रॉब्लम फॉर मी हियर, so this is not a function for 1, correct? And one more thing is that if I say f of x equal to plus minus 3 plus minus x, then if I'm putting value 1, then I'm getting two answer plus minus 1. So this should also not be a case. That is, if I'm putting one input, then I want only one output, but here I'm putting value x equal to 1, but I'm getting two output, that is 1 and minus 1. That is not acceptable for a machine, which is a function for us. So the two things you need to make sure that if you put any value, I should get a output, and that output I should get only one output here. I should not get two output, correct? And the value should exist for everybody. And there are some terminology, that is f from, if I say x to y, and so this is x is called domain and this is called codomain. And the value, if I take a set, that is f of x, where if I take x of all x, then this is called range. These three words you need to remember. We'll be using see in our case, which I gave you examples, that is f of x equal to 1 upon x minus 1. I told you that this is not a function if my domain is real number to real number, correct? If my domain is real number, that means if I put any value of real number, then this is not a function. But if I exclude 1 from here, that means if I put my domain like this, that is say r minus 1, that is 1 is not included in my domain, means I'll be putting all the values except 1, then this guy is a function for me, correct? Now this is a function for me. So you need to make sure that what is your domain. So if I ask you an example, that is f of x equal to 1 upon say x square minus 1. So tell me for those value the function does not exist. See, this is r. Tell me the values for which the function does not exist. Whether x equal to 1, correct? If I put x equal to 1, it will be 1 upon 0. So 1 is a problem for me. So I'll keep 1 aside. What about minus 1? It will be minus 1 square, that is again 1 minus 1. Again it is 0. Correct? Yes. So for minus 1 is also problem for me. Is there any other value that is problem for me? No, no, correct. And how will you get to know what is problem for me? You just need to put the denominator at 0. You just solve this x square minus 1. If you solve this equal to 0, that means x equal to 1. So what is the value of x? X will be plus minus 1. So the value of x equal to plus minus 1. These are the problem for me. So what will be my input now? My input now will be total r. It will be minus two values, that is plus minus 1. They are the two values which are problem for me. That is r minus plus minus 1. I have to exclude this value then to make this as a function. Correct? Okay, so this was all about function. Now let us see types of function. So what are the types of function? Let us see. The first function comes as constant function. What do you mean by constant function? Say if I say f of x is equal to some phi, or f of x equal to some value, say 10. That means for all value of x I am getting the same output. That means for f of 1, for this case, f of 1 is also phi, f of 2 is also phi, f of 7 is also phi. Correct? For everybody the range set is phi only. Correct? So this is called a constant function. Same f of x equal to 10 liya to f of 1 is 10, f of 2 is also 10. Correct? And if I take any value f of 1000, then that is also 10. So this is a constant function. Constant function means what? F of x will be a constant where, alright, k is a constant for me. Correct? This is called a constant function. The next comes linear function. What do you mean by linear function? If I write my function f of x equal to ax plus b form, that is highest power of x is 1. Highest power of x is 1. Correct? Then the function is called linear function. That means let us say example f of x equal to x plus 1 liya, or say f of x equal to 2x plus 3. This is also a linear function. You just need to see the degree, highest power of x, that is 1 here. F of x equal to say 7x plus 5. This is also a linear function for me. Why this is called linear? This is called linear because if you try to draw the graph of this function, then it will be a straight line. It will be a straight line. So that's why it is linear function. Okay, so this is all about linear function. Let us see the third one is quadratic function. So any function of this form, that is f of x equal to say ax square plus bx plus c. That means here highest power of x, highest power of x is 2. Do you see? X the whole square. So then this is called quadratic function. Let us see some example. Say f of x equal to x square plus x plus 1. This is an example for me. Or say f of x equal to x square plus 2. Correct? X square plus 2. There is no terms of x. That means b is 0 here. Or f of x equal to say x square plus 3x. This is also quadratic function because highest power of x is 2 here, so we will say this is a quadratic function. Okay, and one more is most oftenly we don't use that, but if you want we can consider that also. That is power function. Power function means what? F of x will be ax raised to n, where n is any integer, n is any positive integer, z plus, that is it is starting from 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 anything. So that is example you can take f of x equal to say 6x raised to 1000. This is my power function. Or you can, even if you say this as polynomial, then that is also acceptable. I'll just tell you what is polynomial. So third, this is not just as, so fourth one is polynomial. What do you mean by polynomial? Any function of this form, that is f of x equal to say e1x plus e2x square plus en x raised to n. Correct? This is called polynomial. Any function, if your function is of this form, then this is called polynomial. Correct? Even e0 I should start with e0 plus e1x, I like this. Maybe I'll try it again. Polynomials, correct? The function of this form f of x equal to e0 plus e1x plus e2x square plus dot dot dot, it will be en x raised to n. That means highest degree is n, where n is not fixed, it may be anything. 1 2 3, that means everybody is polynomial. That is, if I give you an example, say f of x equal to, this is called polynomial of degree n. Degree n. What is degree? Degree is highest power of x. So f of x, if I say 4 plus 3x square plus 10x cube, correct? So this is a 3-degree polynomial. That is also called cubic polynomial. So you can see this is a polynomial where degree is 3. This is polynomial where degree is 3. Correct? Same, you can take one more example, that is f of x equal to say 6x raised to 7 plus 3x square plus 2. So this is also a polynomial where highest degree is 7. Is polynomial where degree is 7. Correct? So that means what? Everybody, this is also a polynomial, correct? This is also polynomial where degree is 2. So actually polynomial with degree 2 is called quadratic function. Polynomial with degree 1 is called linear function. This is also polynomial for me, correct? Polynomial with 0 degree. 0 degree actually we don't consider, so constant function को अलग ही रखता हूँ मैं. Correct? Yeah. So yeah, if I just talk about some graph of function, then yeah, that is also okay. I'll just see. See f of x equal to phi. अगर I want to draw the graph, so क्या करने का? On the x-axis plot x, value of x, and on the y-axis plot value of f of x. Correct? So you just need to make a table x and f of x. In earlier case, you're having x and y, correct? Now you may consider y equal to f of x, huh? And you may consider here y, x and y. So this is your y coordinate. So this is easy. If you put 1, then also it is 5. If you put, then also it is 5. If you put 10, then also it is 5. So everywhere it is 5. So what will be the graph? Graph will be 1 2 3 4. Here will be 5 somewhere. So graph will be like this. This is your graph of this. That is y equal to phi. What is your y? Y is your f of x. Correct? And if I give one more example, see f of x equal to x. So the question is, can you quickly draw the graph? That means you need to consider y equal to f of x. So that is y equal to x. So you need to draw the graph of y equal to x. So how will you do? 1 put किया तो y will be also 1. 2 put किया तो y will be also 2. 3 put किया तो also 3. To draw a straight line we required minimum 2 points, correct? So we can easily draw. So this is a straight line, correct? This is graph of y f of x equal to x. And if I tell you about quadratic f of x equal to say x square, so this is a quadratic function. So इसका graph आएगा parabola. It will be something like this. So I'll just tell you f of x equal to x cube. It will be something like this. Correct? F of x equal to x raised to 4. That will be same ऐसा ही रहेगा ये भी थोड़ा सा. And x raised to 5 या तो वो फिर ऐसा ही रहेगा. It will be just थोड़ा shrink हो जाएगा. That's it. Yeah, so this was all about functions. Let us see if I go back to your this that is your 12th standard. Then next part is derivative. Actually we require some more functions, but we'll be dealing it later, so I'll just go with derivative. Derivative for you guys, we just require derivative and that's it. So what do you mean by derivative? Correct? What is derivatives? Derivatives of a function. See, if you are having y equal to f of x and you want to find differentiate, you want to find derivative, then you used to write derivative as dy by dx. Yeah, we used to write derivative dy by dx or f dash of x. These are the two things you just need to know. That is derivative is denoted by dy by dx and that is f dash. And what do you mean by this? That is rate of change. Derivative is also called rate of change. Change of y equal to f of x with respect to x. करेक्ट. सो जब भी रेट ऑफ चेंज वर्ड दिखा तो समझ लेने का कि डेरिवेटिव की बात होता है, डेरिवेटिव की बात हो रहा है. एंड इवन इन लेटर ऑन विल सी दैट व्हेनेवर सी मार्जिनल वर्ड जहाँ पे भी दिखा, यू जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड दैट पीपल आर टॉकिंग अबाउट डेरिवेटिव. Marginal cost function, marginal, if the marginal word came, then you need to understand that we are talking about derivative. Correct? So let us see derivatives of some standard functions. Say I'll make a table. Yeah, tell me. Oh, you cannot see the screen. Wait, I will just standard functions. So the first one is your derivative of constant. Derivative of constant is, that is, if I say a k, that is derivative is 0. And what is next? Derivative of x raised to n, then derivative is n x raised to n minus 1. Correct? And if I say derivative of e raised to x, so derivative is e raised to x again. Derivative of e raised to x, then e raised to x log a. Okay. And next, sorry, sorry for that. Derivative of log x is 1 upon x. Okay. So yeah, I should have talked about these two functions also. That is, one is exponential function, one is logarithmic function. I'll just quickly define it here. That is, you can take fifth one is exponential function. What do you mean by exponential function? If you writing f of x equal to some a raised to n, sorry, a raised to x, that is number raised to a variable of x, then that is called exponential function. Example, you can say some constant time. Example, you can say f of x equal to 2 into 2 raised to x. So this is a exponential function, correct? Where your x is not here, x is in the exponent, so that's why it is called exponential function. Your function of x is in exponent. You can take f of x equal to 2 raised to x square plus x plus 1. So this is also exponential function, correct? Then what is the next one? That is logarithmic function. So क्या होता है वो? I'll write here. Which number? Sixth. Logarithmic function, where a function is log of something, log of some terms of x, say x square, or log of some terms in x, terms in x. Example, if I say, so f of x equal to log x, this is a function of, and next f of equal to log of say 2x plus 1, so this is also a logarithmic function, correct? And I talked about their derivative also, correct? Yes. And there are three rules you need to remember. Whenever you are dealing with derivatives, what are the three rules? You want to find derivative of some constant into your function. Say some k into y, और y की जगह पे f of x रखा तो अभी भी चलेगा. That means derivative of k into f of x ऐसा कुछ रहा तो क्या करने का? You can take this constant outside and just take the derivative, that is k here, and derivative of f of x, like this. I'll just give you example. Say y equal to say 2x plus 2x square. So this is your function. You want to take the derivative of this. So what will be derivative of this? This is constant, so I can take outside 2 outside. I can just take derivative of x square. Correct? This is what this rule says. That is y equal to 2x square is derivative will be 2 outside. Just derivative is taken only with respect to x. So I just need to focus on the values of x. So what is derivative of x square? We know that derivative of x raised to n, what is it? n x raised to n minus 1. So n की जगह पे अगर 2 रखा तो क्या आएगा ये? This 2 is outside. Derivative of x square will be n equal to 2 put किया तो it will be 2 x raised to 2 minus 1, correct? 2 x raised to 2 minus 1. So what is that? This is 4x, correct? So derivative is just 4x. So you need to remember जब भी derivative का main focus है to see where the function x is, correct? Yeah. Okay. So this is the first rule, first golden rule you can say, and the second rule is this. Whenever you want to find derivative of addition of two functions, say y1 plus y2 अगर ऐसा हो, या I can also write like this, derivative of say f of x plus g of x, ऐसा कुछ हो, correct? When you are having two function of x, then you can take the derivative individually, that is derivative of f of x plus derivative of g of x. This is also acceptable. I will give example. See your function y equal to some x square plus 2x. This is your function. So if you want to take derivative of this, so you will be differentiating this and this. So that is derivative of x square plus 2x will be what? It will be derivative of x square plus derivative of 2x. That is, it is okay if you take the derivative individually and then add. So what is derivative of x square? Look at the table. X raised to n का formula है nx raised to n minus 1. n की जगह 2 पुट किया तो it will be 2x raised to 2 minus 1. So it will be what? 2x, correct? And what about this? By using first rule I can take 2 outside. So 2 outside, it will be derivative of x. What is derivative of x? That means n की जगह पे क्या है? 1 है. So if I put n की जगह पे 1, what will be the answer? 1 x raised to 1 minus 1. That is, yeah, x raised to 0. So answer is 1. Very nice. That is 1. So what is final answer? This is 2x plus 2. This is my final answer. So do you get that? Same happens with negation also. अगर यहाँ पे minus रहा तभी भी चलेगा, वही होता है. Correct? You need to understand. These are the two rules. Next rule comes, what if you are having differentiation? That is, say, the third one. If you want to find derivative of some two function, that is u upon v I am taking. So what are if you are having differentiation? So you are multiplication पहले देखते हैं, u into v. So you need to use this rule. U take derivative of v plus v take derivative of u. Like this. So first u outside I am keeping. I am putting derivative of v, and then v outside I am taking derivative of u. So I'll just give an example first. If your question is like this, find derivative of y equal to x into log x. Suppose this is your function. So this is not individual of x, और इसका हमने को फॉर्मूला थोड़ी पता है x into log x. So it is actually product of two function. So I'll use u into v formula. I'll read it as u into v formula. What is that called? क्या करने का इसमें? पहले u को फिक्स रखने का. So what is dy by dx? First I'll be keeping u. What is u? I have to decide what is u and what is v. So I'm considering this as u, this as v. I can take any of them. There is no issue. So इसमें क्या आएगा? First x as it is, derivative of v, that is derivative of log x, plus log x as it is, derivative of x. Correct? Is that okay? So this is x. What is derivative of log x? Look at the table. You need to remember this table, huh? Log x का derivative 1 upon x. Perfect. So x and derivative of log x is 1 by x here, and here it is log x. And what is derivative of x? That is 1. Correct? So what is the answer? X cancelled. 1 plus log x is my final answer. So whenever you are having product of two function, you need to use this rule, huh? U derivative of v plus v derivative of u. Correct? And now the question would be, what about sir differentiate? अगर division रहा तो, that is fourth one, derivative of if you are having u by v. Correct? So what about that? Actually मुझे यहाँ पर भी u and v ही use करना चाहिए था. मैंने y1 y2. It is better I should use u and v. So u and v. Okay. Now if there is differentiation, then there is also a rule, that is v derivative of u minus u derivative of v upon v square. You remember this formula, correct? You see start भी v से हो रहा है, end में भी v है. I'll write like this, derivative of v. So start में v, end में v, divide by v square. So like how you can remember this formula, that is v derivative of u, denominator जो है v derivative of u minus u derivative of v upon v square. So if I give an example, say y equal to say log x upon x. So this is my question. Now you see this is of the form u upon v. So how will you do this? You will do this, that is dy by dx would be v. What is that? X into derivative of log x, that is u. This is my u, this is my v. Correct? Minus you are having u, that is log x, into derivative of x. correct, and that is divided by x square. So what is that? This is x. What is derivative of log x? That is 1 upon x minus log x as it is, and derivative of x is 1 and upon x square. So what is final answer? X get cancelled. It is 1 minus log x upon x square. This is your final answer. Oh, upon x square. This is your final. This is how you should do. So these are the 4 golden rules which you need to remember whenever you want to solve this limit. The first is अगर constant हो तो I can take constant outside. The second one is if you are having addition or subtraction, then that is also you can give to both of them. And if you are having this multiplication, that is uv rule, that is u derivative of v plus v derivative of u. The next one would be u by v, that is v derivative of u minus u derivative of v upon v square. Now we'll be doing so many problems related to this so that we don't have any issue later on. If I have some time, I can just give you some homework to you. I have. I'll just give homework. You try solving this. Find dy by dx where y is. Okay. So x raised to say 3 by 2. Two raised to x upon x square. Alright. Yeah, this is most favorite question. And next, 3 raised to x into x cube, and one more, that is y equal to multiply by say 2 raised to x. Yeah. Okay. So this is the homework. I'll upload this in your Google Classroom also. Try to solve this and put the solution in the Google Classroom. Is that okay? Okay. Thank you so much everyone. Just go through everything. In the next lecture we'll see one more rule, that is chain rule of differentiation. Then we'll finally introduce with the topic. Right? Thank you so much everyone. Bye. Take care.